Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Oh my goodness, my first video in like, is it this year? I don't even know, but I haven't filmed in so long. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I say every time like, yes, I'm gonna do YouTube, I'm gonna do YouTube. And then I just don't, but I'm gonna do YouTube. Okay, so today's video, I asked you guys to ask me some questions on IG stories and I have them here. I left the floor really open to any questions. I took screenshots of everything, so I have them here. So let's get right into it. What inspires you the most? What inspires me the most? Oh my goodness. I feel like that's such a simple question, but it has so much depth to it. Depth, whatever. What inspires me the most? I think like the base of my inspiration is my family, my parents, my sisters, my brother. They are like, all of them are just like amazing people, successful, smart, and I was raised around that. So I think that in all was just, it's in me to be like inspiring to myself. Like I push myself, I always write my goals down, I always want more, I strive for more. So it's a combination of like my family and myself. I think I inspire myself a lot, you know, and my family like all the time also. I'm like trying to put it into words because now thinking about it, it's like my family really has everything to do with how I am, obviously. With me, my makeup journey started about 4 years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago, I'm 28. I started when I was 24. Yeah, so 4 years ago. Damn, I'm 28. I keep forgetting. There's a couple questions about this after, but I was going through a breakup actually, and I remember watching Carly Bible's videos all the time. Like I love Carly Bible, and I remember thinking to myself, like, if she can film herself putting on makeup or just sitting in her room doing whatever she was doing, you know, why can't I? There's no difference. I have a camera on my phone, like I can do this. And that's how I started. I started filming content, started filming videos. At that point, Instagram was 15-second videos. So crazy to think. And I just kept posting. I kept, you know, hashtags. I kept reading about Instagram. How does it work? What do you do? Back then things were different, but do your research, see what's going on, you know, be persistent, be patient, stay in your lane. Don't think about other people. If you want something and you work your ass off for it, you will get it. You might not get exactly what you wanted, but so many doors will open for you and you'll have options of what you want to do, you know? I think key is work your ass off, work off. I don't know what I was trying to say, but work hard. What advice do you give someone who's beginning? Stay patient, stay persistent, and again, work your ass off. I mean, those are like the 3 key components. Do you have any tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. I want one though. Thought about it. Did you go to college? Yes, I have my bachelor's in communication PR. What kind of hair removal do you prefer? I use Nair for my face, but I want to get those like razor like thingies, the ones that like those. Do you have a boyfriend? I get this question all the time and I feel like I've answered it several times, but okay, I'm not even gonna lie. It gets awkward like when you start talking to a guy and you get these questions on Instagram and they're following you and then you're like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. And they're like, damn, it's like that. You know what I mean? So I always just never answer those questions. It wasn't always because of that. It was also because of my ex and just all that stuff. But I am single. I am single right now. Whatever that means. Why don't you have a boyfriend? You know what's so funny? Last night someone asked me that. Why don't you have a boyfriend? You seem so perfect. And I'm just like, how do you even answer that? Like I was talking to my best friend about it. I'm like, what do you mean? Why am I single? If I'm single, that means I haven't found someone I want to be in a relationship with, right? I mean, I haven't. And I'm choosing to be single. I feel like, yeah, I could be in a relationship with someone, but it wouldn't be someone that I would want to be with. So yeah, when was the last time you were in a relationship? The last time I was in a relationship, so I'm 28, we ended things when I was 24. Like, I literally was about to turn 25 3 months later. So almost 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And someone said, when was your last serious relationship? Okay, so 4 years ago, we were together for 5 years. And I was young. I was 20 when we got together, and we ended things when I was 25. So like, those are really important times of your 20s. I feel like you're the early 20s, and I was in a really serious relationship. We lived together. We did everything together. Like, he was the love of my life. You know, we were supposed to be together forever. That was the plan. I had everything planned out, like our house, our kids, our jobs, our lives, our families, like everything was planned out. And then it ended. But it's all good. I still love him. We're still really, really close. He is like part of the family, which that was also a huge transition. I feel like I could make a whole video on how I'm still friends with my ex, but we're close friends. I mean, I feel like we were in each other's lives for 5 years, and we were so serious, and we were best friends, you know? That just doesn't go away. But I will say, people ask me all the time, how are you friends with your ex? How are you friends with your-" I'm just like, listen, I don't recommend it, because my ex is like an exception. He's an angel. Like, we're cool. Like, we don't like talk every day or see each other every day, but it's not easy. It took us a while to get to the point we're at now. It's been like almost 4 years, but we're cool. So let me stop talking about that, because I'm sure everyone's like, how are you friends with your ex? How many kids are you planning to have? I want a big family. I have a big family. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother and my parents. So it's always like a lot of us at the dinner table. Ideally, I would want 3 kids, you know? Yeah, I think 3 kids would be good. I feel like that's good. That's a good number. How do you deal with stress and anxiety? Any tips? Yeah, so writing down things you're thankful for, saying them out loud, praying. When I start getting like anxious and stressed, my mom was like, have you prayed? And I'm like, you see, like when you get into these dark moments in life, I feel like you forget all the simple steps, like praying, writing down things you're thankful for, writing things you want in life, you know, writing things that inspire you, writing anything down and saying it out loud. I think saying it out loud helps so much. Saying out your problems or anything. When you're praying, say it out loud, you know, because when you keep things in your head, I feel like it's not as validated as when you say it out loud. So meditation really helps a lot. I sit out here on my balcony all the time and on my yoga mat and just breathe, do some stretches, go walking, hang out with my family. My family is a huge, as much as they cause me stress also, but I feel like without them, like I would be so off balance. I can't imagine my life without my family, let's be real. How old were you when you had your first boyfriend? I was like 17, like my first like relationship, I would say, that I was like in love, you know? What's your favorite quarantine meal, dessert to eat or make? Meal would be pasta. I love pasta. I am pasta. Dessert, probably Cinnabons. I love Cinnabons. How old were you? Can I answer that? Have you ever dated a Hispanic guy before? If so, did your family like him? I dated one Hispanic. Like, we dated. It wasn't like, he wasn't my boyfriend. I did bring him home. I used to bring my boyfriends home all the time when I was a kid. Like when I was younger, like back in high school. Like my family knew them all up until my ex, the one that I was in a serious relationship. And after that, I haven't brought anyone home. Like, I'm over it. I can't, like, my family is too much. Like, I cringe sometimes. Like when I would have guys at dinners with, like at my family's house, the next time I bring home a guy, it's gonna be serious. Like we better be getting married, or I'm pregnant and we're married. Like, I don't know, it needs to be serious though, because my family is a lot. Like if you survive my family, props to you. But yeah, they did like this Hispanic guy, I remember. But they weren't like a big fan of him. They were like, yeah, he's whatever. They're such hard critics, it's crazy. How do you get over a breakup? Okay, so obviously the only experience I have is with my ex, and that was a hard one. We were together for a minute and there was different levels to that breakup. It wasn't just me not being with him anymore. It was like my whole future was gone. You know, the one that I had planned out was over. My life with him, and I don't know, it was a lot, but time heals all, and it does get better. The first thing I did, I remember when I literally packed myself and I left. I went to my parents' house. I'll never forget, I knocked on the door. I opened the door, I had my bags, and my dad just looked at me. And he was just like, he hugged me and he's like, come on in. And obviously I'm at my parents' house every day, but this one was a little bit more serious. Let's move this a little. I went into my bedroom, I remember. I unpacked my stuff. I went to Home Depot that day. I got paint to repaint my room. I started buying new furniture. I went to Target, I got a bike. I started riding my bike every day. I did this all like on the first day. And yeah, I started working out like crazy, I would work out, go on the bike, like, what else? I forgot what else I did. Anyway, I did a lot. I worked out a lot. I remember working out really helped. I felt like I was like in a good place, but I was like, what is going on? Why am I anxious? Why can't I sleep at night? Why is my heart like tick-a-ting every night, you know? And I remember one night I was just like, okay, Anna, maybe we're in denial. Like maybe this is hurting you a lot more than you think. Because I kept telling myself like, I'm good. This was what's best for me. Like I'm living my life, I'm going out, whatever. And I remember I just sat in bed and I was like, okay, Anna, like what's really wrong, you know? And then I just remember crying and crying and crying and crying. I didn't stop crying for like 2 hours. And I felt so much better after, because I had to realize a lot of things, why it ended and how my life was really changing. I think I was just like, go at one point, that I just like forgot almost. Like I was like suppressing those feelings, and that's why I was so anxious. But after that, I felt really good, you know? It was hard, I was sad, but I knew this was the best choice for both him and I. Like I knew us not together was the best thing we could have done. So it was hard, and it's not easy. Breakups are not easy. They're not meant to be easy. But let me tell you something. When I first ended things with him to when I was officially like over him, I am like a completely different person. Even now, like I am so thankful that that relationship happened, but I'm also so thankful that it ended. And I'm so thankful of the process of it ending, because it like literally was probably one of the best things that could have happened to me. Like I feel like I am such a strong and confident person now because of everything that I went through and I had to do on my own. Nobody could help me get through the breakup. Not my mom, not my dad, not him, not nobody. Just me. And I really pulled myself out of it, and I was just really proud. Okay, I feel like I have more questions, but this is like getting a little long. So if you guys want to do this again, I'm totally down. But let me know what other videos you want to do. I definitely want to do like makeup reviews, because I feel like I do them a lot on my IG stories, but I want to start doing them on YouTube. And yeah, this is not my permanent backdrop or anything. I just like needed a place to film, and I figured this was it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you a lot more often.